kicked off E3 2018 with their presentation from EA Play. From Battlefield 5 to Biowares Anthem, here's everything that you guys need to know about what the sports and shooter giant showed off at their press conference today. Starting us off, we've got Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is set to be released on October 19, 2018, and is set to focus extensively on party-based features and mechanics with a scarcity of resources, player customization through a new company system, and the removal of abstractions from game mechanics in order to increase realism. Taking place in World War II, the game introduces some major gameplay additions with this title. You can dive and smash through windows, move large weapons around on the battlefield in contrast to the stationary mechanics of previous games, and customize soldiers, vehicles, and weapons, not only for utilization purposes, but for cosmetic ones too. The conference also dove into a few modes that we'll be seeing in Battlefield 5. We've got single player, which has been described as untold stories, human heroism, and witnessing war through the eyes of those who took part in it. More importantly, we've also been promised no loot boxes, and no premium pass will be necessary to play. Next, we got a glimpse of the multiplayer sandbox mode, with a great trailer but not much in terms of gameplay footage itself. And lastly, perhaps the most promising aspect of the game is its Battle Royale mode, a Battle Royale reimagined for Battlefield, promising an experience that you haven't played before in the genre. Next up, we've got FIFA 19. EA Sports is back with the next installment in their football franchise, FIFA 19. With a stunning trailer scored by Hans Zimmer, and including that recently famous Ronaldo kick, this installment of the game promises the Champions League tournament mode, which will affect all modes across the game, including the Alex Hunter story mode. FIFA 19 also boasts more advanced gameplay, based on input from the community, with the promise of more gameplay to be revealed over the course of the summer. FIFA 19 will be released September 28, 2018. The conference also further advertised the World Cup update in FIFA 18, and also announced that FIFA 18 will have a free trial for a limited time across all consoles. Next up, we've got Star Wars Battlefront 2, and some interesting updates. Aside from admitting that they clearly didn't get it quite right the first time around, EA has announced that they've done a complete overhaul of the game. There's a new hunt mode involving the Ewoks on Endor, and this summer they'll be introducing a new squad system with the promise of easy team-ups with your friends. And the game will be delivering a large-scale multiplayer sandbox mode. EA also confirmed that they'll be diving into the Clone Wars era, which includes the largest level that they've ever built in the game. New villains and heroes will also be available: General Grievous, Count Dooku, and Padawan Anakin Skywalker. From massive blockbuster games to smaller indie ones, we now have a glimpse at Unravel 2, the sequel to Unravel. Unravel 2 is a game about fresh starts and second chances, the spirit of optimism and togetherness, made to play with two characters, either as single player or co-op. Unravel 2 is very different from its predecessor. It's more challenging and more playful than the first. At the beginning of the game, you lose everything and your spark, but you end up forming a new bond that rekindles your spark and leads you on a new adventure, with a new little blue yarn buddy taking part in your journey with you. We also got to see a glimpse of gameplay demonstration of both single player and co-op. You can pick up the other character and carry them along throughout the more fast-paced segments of the game, which they've also noted there are more fast-paced segments in the original game. And when in the more puzzle-based areas of the game, you can split back into two and work together to solve the puzzles and problems that you encounter. As we saw in the gameplay demonstration, you can use one character to distract threats while the other solves a puzzle in order to progress. And based off the trailer, the game looks like it will be just as heartwarming as the first. To top that all off, EA announced that Unravel 2 is available today, and as this one dude said, speaking of games that appease to players' emotions, EA Originals revealed that they were working with Berlin studio Yomei Games on Sea of Solitude, also referred to as SOS. It's a new indie game that explores the feelings of loneliness and the different ways that humans experience it. The plot follows a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that she becomes a monster, a literal monster, with your goal being to find out why this has happened to her, and how she can turn herself back into a human, all while embracing her emotions in order to do so. Now, we didn't get much in terms of gameplay mechanics, but the trailer did look incredibly promising, fantastical, and dark. And last but not least, we got a more in-depth glimpse of Anthem. Anthem, which was announced at last year's E3, is an action RPG third-person shooter developed by Bioware, set in a continuous open world shared with up to 4 other players. You play as a freelancer piloting a customizable exosuit called a Javelin, which gives you superhuman abilities and unique weapons needed to navigate and survive in this unforgiving and vibrant world. The game revolves around your foes having found a new way to weaponize the Anthem of Creation, which is the core conflict behind the game's narrative. Each Javelin suit has its own unique abilities, and you'll be able to not only customize the way that your suit plays, but also how it looks, with the promise of you being able to make it your own. In addition to this, there won't be any loot boxes, and no paying for power advantages in the game, although there will be cosmetic features that you can buy. This year we got a new trailer for the game, shining more light on the game's story and world. The team behind Anthem has promised that the game offers our world, my story. The idea behind that being that the game has a living shared world that doesn't sacrifice story for its multiplayer experience. Your story will live partially outside of the co-op missions that you go on with your friends, and that the game has been designed to allow for more story for years to come via updates. You can also play without co-op, and the game has been designed to be balanced so that solo play isn't incredibly overwhelming compared to navigating the open world with a team of 4. We also got to see some gameplay footage, showing off some of the environments that you can expect from Anthem, including underwater navigation and caverns, along with footage of how each javelin type will play. And before we end our video, here are some other brief highlights about the EA conference. Origin Access Premier was announced, a new subscription service that will include Madden 19, back for PC, Battlefield 5, Anthem, and FIFA 19, along with access to their vault of older EA games. It launches this summer, but early access this weekend has begun. The conference revealed an NBA Live 19 trailer that also touched on some great customization options that players will be able to dive into in the game. We got a first look of the Madden 19 trailer with game engine footage. Andrew Wilson, CEO of EA Games, announced that the company has given away $1 million to charities, which is pretty neat. Vince Zampella from Revamp gave us some news about a new Star Wars game that will be titled Jedi Fallen Order, that takes place during the Dark Times when the Jedi are being hunted between episodes 3 and 4. That's due to come out holiday of next year, 2019. New mobile game was shown off at the conference called Command & Conquer Rivals, with a lackluster demonstration that didn't actually announce what the game was called until after the demonstration was done. Android users can play the alpha version of the game today, available on Google Play. And great news for Sims fans, the new expansion for Sims 4 called Seasons was shown off during IGN's pre-show. And sorry, no Skate 4, much to the dismay of many fans in the livestream's comments. Alright, that's it for now, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for all of the E3 2018 highlights, updates, and news that you'll need to know over the next few days. I'll see you guys in the next video.